time, Coach.
Yep. I'd like to really, first of all, just thank our students and our fans for coming out, and I got chills coming out for that game and seeing what the crowd looked like and the energy, and it's thought we didn't take care of the ball early in the game, and thought we had that under control as the game went on, but unfortunately their points off turnovers was something hard for us to overcome. Felt like the difference of the game. They're a really good team. Credit to UCLA and what Mick Cronin has done there, and those guys aren't fazed by anything. Just the runs we made, it looked like we were in pretty good shape, and they generally had an answer, and we didn't get enough stops. We allowed them to shoot 50% from the field in the game, and we did a pretty good job. I think they were 37 at halftime, and just the second half we couldn't get stops. Their key players just really made a lot of plays out there.
And you scored just 2 points in almost 6 minutes in the game. What did you think about preventing?
They turned their level up, and I think they fed off the fact that they were hitting some shots too, and you play teams like this that are have been to Final Fours, have those type of guys that have won so many games. They know how to turn it up a little bit, like down the stretch, and I'd have to go back and look at the possessions. But there were some times that we missed guys that we should have made one more pass or a different type of pass, and it wasn't made. And against a defense like that, if there is an opening and someone is open, you better be able to find it, because they cover the court very well, and their bigs move very well, and they're a very good defensive team.
To piggyback off that, Coach, obviously the defense in the first half, both teams scoring low. Did you feel each other's defense kind of raising each other's level in the first half?
Yeah, I envisioned the possibility that it could be like 11-8 at the under 8. Is that what it was? Maybe, but so I assumed that could have been a distinct possibility. As good as I've watched them on film play defense and defend, and all their numbers support that, and I liked what we potentially could do at that end of the floor as well, and we did it for 20 minutes. We did not do it the entire game, and everyone will point to the end of the game, and we couldn't stop them from scoring, and we couldn't score, and first of all, that's not a 12-point loss, so whatever that number is doesn't mean anything to me. That game was not a 12-point game. But that aside, the way we started the half can't happen. Like, you just, you got a momentum play at the end of the half, you go up 5, and then 1 minute in, they go on an 8-0 run, and they got good players, so it's not always easy, but we just we got to figure out how to play better early in that second half.
Off the bench, Austin Nunez gave you some great points.
That's what
Austin Nunez off the bench gave you some great minutes today. What can you say about his game?
Again, in these big games, he's proven that he belongs, and that certainly he's capable of making plays. And we struggled to score, and he was very efficient and made some big shots. And his defense on Campbell, I thought was better than anybody's defense on him throughout the game. He's really, he fought like heck over ball screens and got back in front of him quite a bit, moved his feet great. So he played both ends very well.
Coach, it feels like in some of the games, you guys, the ball movement's really good in most of the game, and then kind of the hero ball starts in and adds like the last 5 minutes.
Yeah, I'm not going to start talking about that. Let's stop with hero ball, okay? Seriously, we played one of the best teams in the country tonight, okay? And they stepped their defense up, and again, I talked about maybe 2 minutes ago, if you weren't listening, that if you drive and draw defense and there's an open player and you don't find that guy, and a team like UCLA is gonna make you pay for that, because they're really good on defense and they win a lot of games.
You're right there with them. That wasn't a 12-point loss. How do you take that next step?
We've been taking it. There's a reason why this building was filled and there was so much buzz about the game. We won a lot of games. There's still a lot of work to be done. can't afford to lose at home. I don't care who you play, and we've lost 2 of them to, you know, 2 top 5 teams. But you know, we got to go back to the drawing board. We have a quick turnaround. We have to prepare for a team that is on the rise and has played better lately in USC, and they're going to be desperate after you know, the result probably in Tucson. So. And you just don't know as a coach the damage that gets done, because these guys today, you know, they went to the well. Like, they played their ass off today. So, like, you know, you go do that, and now it's about, like, damage control and building them back up and getting them ready to come out again on Saturday night and do the same thing.
Even in the loss against a really good three-point defense, he had DJ Horn hitting threes, guys hit some tough threes. Is that more in line with kind of what you thought would be the case from earlier?
Yeah, that was. I thought those guys were fine. It was. You know, they put Clark on DJ, and he kind of turned things up defensively. Second, he's one of the best wing defenders in our league, and so yeah, we would love for those guys to get going, and they both did together, which was nice. The other one was, you know, you got to credit again the kid Bona, like his work in the post defense to make catches difficult for Warren was an issue for us. We couldn't play through him, you know, nearly as much. So that was a problem as well.
How do you go about building them back up in a short time? Is it watching video of this, pointing out, you know, areas where you're close, or if we make that play?
Yeah, I mean, we talked about just, you know, and UCLA is good at it. I mean, again, they're second in the country in creating turnovers and turnover margin, but you know, we've shown that we could take care of the ball at a better clip, and I think some of the turnovers early could be attributed to just excited to play, kind of anxious, and maybe playing too quick and all those things. But we still reverted back to it, you know, later. So 24-9, we talked about that. You know, scouting. You know, I mean, Jermaine Kimbrough does as good a job as anybody and that I've coached with in preparing our team to play. Like, you know, Singleton, you know, leaving him a couple of times where you're helping him. That was not our plan. So we got to do a better job understanding personnel and, you know, not leaving a guy like that could knock down 3-point shots. Him getting 21 in this game really hurt us.
As far as the atmosphere, is this one of the better atmospheres in your 8 years? As far as the atmosphere in the crowd tonight, is this one of the better top 2 games?
It's one. Yeah, I mean, it's right there with Kansas. Is my memory back to that when they were number 1 in the country. It was an unbelievable environment. I can't ask for anything more. No one can. It's again. I played in a lot of big games as a player and as a coach, and you know, to get goosebumps coming out and seeing the crowd like that. It was fantastic. I told my players too. They, you know, they're the reason that the crowd was here like that. They earned that. They earned the right to be in this game. I think we went toe-to-toe with them for a while. Their experience and their winning habits, and having done it over years with certain players, you could see that kind of taking over late in the game. But our guys, the season we put together is the reason that crowd was there tonight like that. So we just got to keep winning basketball games and trying to put ourselves in a position to have these moments again. But it's not a Disney movie and stuff, or, you know, a fairy tale where you're 1 game behind, you get this great crowd, and this is our moment. I mean, that's not what life's about. And you wish it was, but it's not real. They took it and they won it, and all the credit to UCLA tonight.
And I know you said obviously Austin, the lights aren't too big, Coach, but when he comes out there and he's playing defense like he is, I mean, is that almost like defense is still working hard, but like a calming effect for the rest of the defense, knowing that he can bring that pressure and do that?
Yes, and you know, he's not afraid of the moment, and he's a very courageous kid, and he's got the physical tools. And you know, I was debating kind of going to him after I took him out, because he'd been out there for a while, and then maybe going back to him in the last like 4 or 5 minutes. And you know, I was thinking hard about that, and maybe that could have been a possible way for us to generate a couple more points that we probably needed.
What do you think of Enoch tonight?
It's great, happy for him. He's had a great attitude. He's, you know, he's practiced hard. He's hasn't put his head down, and so I mean, he deserved to go in there and the opportunity presented itself with Duke, 2 fouls, and needed to get Warren out of the game, and he made an impact. So, you know, that's a step in the right direction for him, and it's always good to know that, you know, a guy like him, you might see him get more of an opportunity, and as we keep going here, because we need everybody on our team to contribute.
USC, another good team, less than 48 hours. What's the message?
I mean, it's similar. I touched on it, just getting, you know, repairing the guys, getting everyone back. We gave our best shot tonight. Did we play perfectly? No, but like everyone fought their ass off to try and win this game, and now, you know, there's some disappointed guys in the locker room. So tomorrow, just to get them refocused, and you know, for a team that, you know, is going to be hungry coming in here, you know, obviously playing better, and a team that's, you know, that's been to the NCAA tournament, you know, a lot the last couple of years.